We mourn to boldly receive you with welcome hearts and hands, to represent the noble aims for which our college stands, and history whate'er befall, respond to all our soul. Be loyal, true, and strong as future mortar boards.
Good afternoon or good evening, everybody. It is great to see you here. My name is Kirsten Fox. I am the Executive Director of Mortarboard, and I am really proud to be here. Like all of you, we do many tasks. In addition, I am the daughter of a mortarboard, a mom, a community volunteer, but one of my favorite things about me is being a mortarboard. So good evening and welcome to the Spring 2025 Mortarboard National Virtual Initiation Ceremony. As I mentioned, I'm the Executive Director, which is a true honor and privilege. Our national office is headquartered in Columbus, Ohio. I know we have at least one person from Columbus, Mississippi on the Zoom, and I'm pleased to be joined tonight by the rest of our incredible national office team, some of whom you will hear from, others you will see on screen and via chat. So I want to thank Liz Cook, Olivia Beckett, Angela Powell, Ben Phlox, and Trish Maxwell for all you do for Mortarboard and our chapters. When the Mortarboard first initiation took place 107 years ago in 1918, I know they could not have even fathomed all of these chapters coming together for a single initiation over a computer. What a great way to support our chapters who want to initiate new members while participating in a larger initiation ceremony with other chapters and other members from across the country. This evening, we have more than 90 new collegiate members who will officially be considered Mortarboard members within the hour. Initiates, today you join the ranks of more than 100 years of students across hundreds of chapters selected for exemplary scholarship, leadership, and service. I know you are already leaders on campus and already busy, but I hope you take my words for it when I say this is a special society unlike none other because of our traditions, our calls to action, and our extraordinarily talented and diverse membership. And after today, it is your turn to set the course for your chapter. It is your time to shine and create history. And I look forward to seeing what you accomplish. And I look forward to serving in my role as executive director to help you along the process. Tonight, we are also joined by some alumni and national leaders who will participate as speakers. Mortarboard membership does not end when you graduate, and your involvement may ebb and flow, but you are a member for life. You're connected to other incredible and extraordinary leaders. And I want to do a special thanks to all of our national volunteer leadership who is here with us tonight. Volunteer leaders, could you please introduce yourselves in the chat? And thank you to the many others who are here to support and celebrate our new collegiate members, including current members, chapter advisors, and family and friends of our new initiates. Thank you for taking time out of your weekend to celebrate this impressive new member class who is joining our society today. We have a robust agenda, but it does go quickly, and we want to make the most of this meaningful experience for each of you. As you are able, we invite you to turn your camera on, and if you could rename yourself, those 3 upper dots in the right-hand corner, to let us know your name, as well as your university and chapter and or role, for example, proud parent of a Berkeley initiate. And please engage with others. This is a great time to use the chat function and celebrate with emojis. We love to see thumbs ups, hearts, claps, all of those different celebratory emojis. Our national president is a 1994 initiate of Purdue University, Dr. Cassandra Lucas, and she will officially serve as tonight's host. I mentioned we have many incredible volunteer leaders, and Cass truly goes above and beyond to serve as our national president. However, I'm going to turn it over to her right now. And so I would like to officially welcome Cass.
Thank you, Kirsten. Hello, everyone. Welcome. As Kirsten said, my name is Cassandra Lucas, and I am the National President for Mortarboard. I'm so excited to be with you here today. And this is our spring National Virtual Initiation, and we're thrilled to welcome so many of you to membership tonight. So to get started, we're going to welcome new members from 8 different chapters: Alcorn State University, Emory University, Oklahoma Baptist University, the University of Tulsa, University of California, Berkeley, University of California, Los Angeles, University of Washington, and Wake Forest University. We are also joined by students from 10 chapters who are not able to attend their campus initiations. We're grateful to have you here tonight from Carleton College, Case Western Reserve University, Kansas State University, Ohio Wesleyan University, Oklahoma State University, San Diego State University, University of Hawaii at Manoa, and University of North Texas and Washburn University. We are so glad each of you has joined us this evening for this special moment. As Kirsten mentioned, I was initiated into the Barbara Cook chapter of Mortarboard at Purdue University in 1994, and it is my honor and privilege as National President to preside over tonight's virtual initiation ceremony. Now, onto the agenda. First, you'll hear more about Mortarboard, who we are, and what our purpose is as a national organization. Then, we will begin the formal initiation ceremony, inviting new initiates to come off of mute as we formally ask you to take up the torch of leadership. From there, we'll hear more about Mortarboard's history, both nationally and on the campuses represented here tonight. Before finalizing the initiation, we'll read Mortarboard's official poem, The Torch, and then we'll get to the best part of the ceremony, officially welcoming our newest collegiate members into membership. Now, without further ado, I'll start by sharing some information about the organization that unites us tonight, Mortarboard. Mortarboard is a National Honor Society of college juniors and seniors, recognizing our members for their qualities of superior scholastic ability, outstanding and continual leadership, and dedicated service to the college or university community. The Mortarboard is a symbol of ancient honor and distinction. In the earliest universities, students adopted the clerical or monastic robes as a sign that they were devoting their lives to the profession of learning. We too wear a distinguishing sign, the Mortarboard. In ancient days, students from many lands who spoke diverse tongues were able to meet on a common ground by using the classic language of learning. So too we, students in many universities and colleges, are bound by the 3 Greek letters, Pi, Sigma, Alpha, representing the ideals of Mortarboard: scholarship, service, and leadership. The gold of our colors stands for achievement, the silver for opportunity. The purpose of Mortarboard is set forth in Article 2 of our national bylaws and will be read by our secretary, Katie Verschelden, from the Zix chapter at Kansas State University.
We, the undersigned, recognizing the advantage of a National Union of Honor Societies, do hereby unite to form a national society whose purpose shall be to facilitate cooperation among those societies, to contribute to the self-awareness of its members, to promote equal opportunities among all peoples, to emphasize the advancement of the status of women, to support the ideals of the college or university, to advance a spirit of scholarship, to recognize and encourage leadership, to provide service, and to establish the opportunity for a meaningful exchange of ideas as individuals and as a group.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your commitment to Mortarboard and the critical role you play for our organization. And no matter how many times I hear our purpose, I continue to be inspired by what Mortarboard members have done on campuses across the country for over 107 years. Now, I would like to speak to our new initiates. Will the initiates please turn on your camera, come off of mute, and raise your hand as you are able? Will you strive earnestly to maintain these ideals and purposes? If so, respond, I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
While it is an honor to be selected for membership in Mortar Board, it is the willingness of the selected individual to make the commitment to serve that differentiates an honor society from an honorary. When one accepts membership, this acceptance indicates your agreement to accept the responsibility and obligation to be an active participant in the society. This commitment is an agreement to actively support the ideals of the society. With this honor, will you also accept the responsibility of active participation? If so, please respond, I will.
I will.
I will.
Will.
I will. I will.
Thank you. You may now go back onto mute. At this time, I'd like to invite two members of our national leadership to read the national history of Mortar Board. Dr. Patience Whitworth, our National Vice President from the Mabel G. Freeman chapter at The Ohio State University, and Wilson Chan, one of our alumni representatives at large from the Palace chapter at University of Louisville.
At the University of Chicago in 1915, a wearer of a gold pen in the shape of a mortarboard met another wearer of a pen, not like her own, but also in the shape of a mortarboard. Each one represented a group of senior college women striving to render service to their alma mater. The two talked together. If such an ideal existed on two American campuses, it probably existed on many other campuses across the country. Why were these groups with like ideals not united? One of the campuses worked for 2 years to generate interest from similar groups in the idea of a national organization of senior societies for women, with the result that in 1918, the delegates from 5 organizations met together, representing the Ohio State University, Swarthmore College, the University of Michigan, Syracuse University, and Cornell University. On February 15th and 16th, they founded the first and only National Honor Society for Senior Women and established the badge, motto, ritual, and constitution. The name for the new society was referred to the local groups, and Mortarboard was chosen in preference of the Greek letter name. Thus, the new honors organization began its life on American campuses. The society has grown steadily since, with 2 chapters being installed in 2023 at the College of Charleston and Life University. There are now 235 chartered chapters in the nation.
In 1975, a historic event occurred when membership in our formerly all-women's organization was extended to include men. This occurred at a special national conference that was convened in Kansas City, Missouri, to consider the ramifications of the regulations to Title IX, which prohibited sex discrimination by organizations on campuses that are recipients of federal funds. The purpose of the society was strengthened to include emphasis upon the advancement of the status of women. Delegates to the 23rd National Conference of Mortarboard in June 1976 added to the purpose to promote equal opportunities among all peoples. At the 1985 conference, Mortarboard delegates passed a resolution to initiate a national project to be chosen by the vote of the delegates at the national conference. The delegates selected organ donor awareness as the first national project. And in 2002, Reading is Leading was selected as the permanent project. Mortarboard celebrated our centennial in 2018 in Columbus, Ohio, with many former national leaders in attendance. In 2020, amidst a global pandemic, Mortarboard launched our current strategic plan with a focus on collegiate chapters, enhancing member benefits to meet our member needs, and increasing our commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging across all chapters and our national organization. To reflect our commitment to equity, our collegiate delegation voted at 2022 Special National Conference to use they, them, their pronouns in our bylaws and promote inclusivity by referring to membership that includes all genders. At the National Conference in July 2024, our collegiate delegates voted to expand the eligibility requirement for collegiate membership to include rising juniors and encourage participation for students who are eligible to remain an active collegiate member beyond the traditional one-year experience. Mortarboard chapters now have the option to select both rising juniors and/or seniors for membership. Members who join for their junior year are encouraged to participate for 2 years. As a result of the 2024 change to the membership, Mortarboard officially changed its name to Mortarboard National College Honor Society. Since 1918, more than 300,000 members have been initiated into Mortarboard, and we are thrilled that everyone here today can now create a history and new tradition that keep our society great in the future.
Thank you, Patience and Wilson. You are both outstanding advocates for our collegiate and alumni members, and I so appreciate the work that you do with the rest of our national leaders to support our chapters, advisors, region coordinators, and alumni. And now I would like to invite 3 region coordinators to share a little bit of the local history for chapters participating in this year's virtual initiation. To read the chapter histories, I'd like to welcome from Region 6, Andrew Gray from the Senior Staff Chapter at the University of Tulsa. From Region 5, Riley Rogendorf from the Okeechobee Chapter at Oklahoma State University. And also from Region 5, Michaela Hart from the Forum Chapter at Texas Tech University.
1925, University of California, Berkeley, Theta Gamma Chapter, Region 6. In 1920, only 2 years after the founding of National Mortarboard, women at UC Berkeley formed a society called Theta Gamma as a senior honorary. The chapter was formally initiated into Mortarboard in 1925. Early chapter activities funded scholarships, the University Infirmary, and students in need. They also served the UC Berkeley community through YWCA clothing drives, leadership training classes, and hosted vocational dinners. The chapter is its centennial year this year. 1925, University of Washington, Tolo Chapter, Region 6. 9 women students met at the University of Washington campus in December 1909, and they agreed that they should have a greater voice in campus affairs and more recognition. 2 prestigious honor societies for men were a Washington tradition at that time. So why not such an honor for women? The Tolo Club was established and in 1925 accepted the initiation to become the 32nd chapter of Mortarboard. In recent years, the Tolo chapter held a last lecture event where faculty members created a presentation as if it were their last, derived from academic focuses or personal experiences to give to an audience. The chapter also has a strong relationship with the Tolo Alumni Club. 1939, University of California, Los Angeles, Agatha Chapter, Region 6. Agatha was organized in 1922 by Dean of Women Helen Mathewson Lawlin to serve the university and help build tradition on campus. Members were tapped every year at the Women's Activity Banquet. Agatha became the 70th chapter of Mortarboard on October 18, 1939. In the last decade, the chapter held alumni networking nights, leadership and development events, and stress-free day focused on promoting mental health care. Last year, the chapter worked together to volunteer in the local community during the devastating LA wildfires.
In 1950, the University of Tulsa Senior Staff Chapter, Region 5. The senior staff was established in 1933 by the Dean of Women with the purpose to bestow honor upon women who attained distinction in scholarship and leadership on campus and who displayed qualities of good character and service. Senior staff applied for Mortarboard before World War II, but no national visits were made during that period. The chapter was officially installed on May 19th, 1950, where 16 active members, 6 honorary, and 61 alumni members participated. Previous chapter events included the last lecture series and partnerships with Oklahoma Food Bank in 2023. The chapter received the Freeman and Fox Most Improved Chapter Award. 1968, Oklahoma Baptist University, Zeta Chi Chapter, Region 5. Zeta Chi was founded in 1955 and approved by faculty in 1958 as a leadership fraternity for senior women. Founded by 13 women with hopes to affiliate with Mortarboard, the chapter was officially chartered in 1968. The name Zeta Chi was composed of Greek letters, which stand for the words of Zelos Krousos, meaning sacred quest. Zeta Chi worked with other national honor societies on campus to promote scholarship and broaden the culture and intellectual outlooks of all members. The chapter was known for a series of lectures on study habits and campus life, and featured panels about work-life balance. The chapter's flower sales at graduation and homecoming breakfast for alumni have been chapter traditions.
1969 Emory University Omega Epsilon, Chapter, Region 2. On April 4th, 1954, 6 women met for the purpose of forming an honorary organization for upper division students. The group was called the Women's Honor Organization and was installed by National Secretary Betty Carroll Pace Clark in 1969. In 2002, the chapter was renamed Omega Epsilon. Early events of the chapter include a weekend on campus for high school leaders and a tea for the Board of Trustees. More recent events featured alumni events and a local spelling bee that raised money to purchase books for children in the Atlanta area. 1969 Wake Forest University, Tassels Chapter, Region 1. In 1949, Dean of Women's Louise Johnson created Tassels, a group of senior women who exemplified scholarship and leadership. The tassel was chosen as a symbol of the organization because in olden times, it was the yarn used to clean the bow and arrow so that the arrow would follow a straight, true flight. And was encouraged to add service to its mission. They did so and reapplied, and the Tassels chapter was officially installed into the Mortarboard organization on April 26, 1969. 2013 Alcorn State University Epinosis Chapter, Region 2. Shortly before installation in 2013, President Christopher Brown chose the word epinosis for the chapter name. Epinosis means knowledge. The chapter was installed by National President Susan Caples and featured initiates, faculty, and staff in academic robes. The ceremony was held in the chapel, and the Alcorn Glee Club performed several pieces, including Mortarboard's song, Thy Ideals.
Wonderful. Thank you, Andrew, Riley, and McCaleb. We also want to recognize those students who missed their campus initiations, but were able to join us tonight. We're proud to welcome new members from Carleton College, Case Western Reserve University, Kansas State University, Ohio Wesleyan University, Oklahoma State University, San Diego State University, University of Hawaii at Manoa, University of North Texas, and Washburn University. Thank you for joining us tonight. To our new initiates, you have heard the history of today's Mortarboard, the way it developed when 2 women who shared a common set of ideals came together to form a unique honor society in the United States. You heard about the roots of your chapters on your local campuses, local organizations connecting with this National Honor Society, seeing the value of being part of a broader community of scholar leaders. You have learned of Mortarboard's ideals and purpose. Now, tonight, you will add the next chapter in the history of Mortarboard. You have been chosen as leaders to foster all that is noble in your college or university. You will not work alone. You will be bound in the loyalty of common ideals to other students in other institutions of learning who will strive with you to maintain and advance the ideals of Mortarboard. The alumni from your institution have paved the way forward. And now we ask you, will you answer the call to pave the way for the next generation? Your chapter presidents or advisors will receive a packet from the national office with your certificates and pins. If you have your pin with you, you may pin it on your shirt now, if you've not already done so. If you don't have your pin with you tonight, we ask that when you get your pin, post a picture of yourself wearing it and tag Mortarboard. We love to see those pictures on social media. We charge you to give in leadership and service the best that is within you. We charge you to promote community and belonging on your campuses, doing what you can to promote equal opportunities for all people, and continuing to advance the status of women. Now, once again, please turn on your camera, come off of mute, and raise your hand as you are able. Mortarboard Initiate, having heard the purposes of Mortarboard and the responsibilities you are expected to assume, will you receive the certificate which makes you a member of Mortarboard, accepting from us both the honor and the burden of its privileges? If so, respond, I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
You, as new members, will recognize the opportunity of sharing interests among yourselves as a group of intelligent and concerned individuals. We welcome you to our membership tonight. Now, as evidence of the trust we place in you, we ask each of you to affirm our bylaws by placing your signature on this virtual membership roll, receiving your symbol of membership, and accepting the Mortarboard Certificate of Membership. Please use the chat feature to type your name and chapter or institution into the chat. And also feel free to go back onto mute. Congratulations and welcome, everyone. As you do that, now Nathan Cordell, our president-elect from the Hypatia chapter at the University of Alabama, will recite The Torch, a poem of great importance to Mortarboard members for nearly a century. This poem was introduced in 1925 by Elizabeth Furry of our Torchbearer chapter at Florida State University.
Good evening, everyone. The torch. The God of great endeavor gave me a torch to bear. I lifted it high above me in the dark and murky air, and straightway, with loud hosannas, the crowd proclaimed its light and followed me as I carried my torch through the starless night, till drunk with the people's praises and mad with vanity, I forgot 'twas the torch that they followed and fancied they followed me. Then slowly my arm grew weary, upholding the shining load, and my tired feet went stumbling over the dusty road, and I fell with the torch beneath me. In a moment the light was out, when lo, from the throng, a stripling sprang forth with a mighty shout, caught up the torch as it smoldered, and lifted it high and tall, till, fanned by the winds of heaven, it fired the souls of all. And as I lay in the darkness, the feet of the trampling crowd passed over and far beyond me, its paeans proclaiming aloud. And I learned in the deepening twilight the glorious verity. 'Tis the torch that the people follow, whomever the bearer may be.
Thank you, Nathan. I look forward to welcoming you as our next national president at our national conference in July. And now, to all present tonight, I am pleased to introduce these newly initiated members of Mortarboard. Congratulations. I invite our advisors, alumni, and family of our new initiates to share who you are in the chat, offer thoughts of congratulations, or share emoji responses to signify your excitement for tonight's events. Presiding over initiation is one of the favorite parts of being national president. It is such a joy to welcome our new initiates into the mortarboard community. And as this year marks the something number anniversary of my initiation, I'm all the more honored to participate in tonight's ceremony. I'm excited to see our new members from Alcorn State University, Emory University, Oklahoma Baptist University, the University of Tulsa, University of California, Berkeley, University of California, Los Angeles, University of Washington, Wake Forest University, and the students who have missed their campus initiations. I invite you all to mark today as the start of your mortarboard journey and look forward to the mark that you will make on our society. Thank you to the advisors, family, and friends of our new initiates who joined us this evening as well. Our national organization thanks you for your guidance and support of our newest members. Their successful careers and selection to mortarboard are in the result and no small part of your presence in their lives. Next, we'll move into chapter meetings and officer elections. If you are from the following schools, please stay on the call for a quick orientation, followed by meeting others in your chapter and selecting officers if needed. Alcorn State University, Emory University, Oklahoma Baptist University, the University of Tulsa, University of California, Berkeley, University of California, Los Angeles, University of Washington, and Wake Forest University. If you are an invited guest or a student not affiliated with any of those chapters, you may sign off as we conclude our formal ceremony tonight. Congratulations on being part of this national virtual initiation ceremony. You are trailblazers on your campuses and also in mortarboard. We hope to see you in an upcoming event like our national conference in July. Remember, mortarboard membership is for life. We hope you find many opportunities to forge your mortarboard family, both on your campus and amidst our impressive alumni base. You have shown unprecedented resilience during your college career and still emerge as someone on top of your class and worthy of this great honor. I am so honored to be in your mix and so excited to welcome you to mortarboard this evening. Congratulations, everyone, and thank you.